just barely surviving because last week I had a glitch in my gut, I suppose, because all of a sudden I realized I really had a problem. I had some really acute pain, and I had told myself if I wasn't better by Friday that I would have to go to the doctor, and I didn't like the thoughts of that. For one thing, I thought I have to have an antibiotic, and they don't go well with me. I can bleed afterwards. I'm just thoroughly organization gone to pot. I mean, and it takes me months to get back. So that was not a good thought. So what I did, and I want to share with you, because I am feeling better, I still think I need some improvement, but I had bought, just in case, a special herbal tincture, and I don't know how to say it really. It looks like Cryptolepis root, and I'll put it in the description what it is. But it's supposedly, they don't like to call them antibiotic because it means against life, and this is not, doesn't work that way, but it's supposed to take out the bad, leave the good. And so they suggest 2 dropperfuls of this 4 times a day. So that's one of the things I did, and I was in a lot of pain. Then the next thing I did, because my gut system was shutting down, I have some herbal powder called Cryptolepis, and I'll tell you, it is so astringent. The first time I ever used it, I did this wrong. That I ever used it, I just tasted it. I didn't know whether I would ever talk again afterwards because it just dried up my mouth, and it's very astringent, but it works very well to get your organization back working. And what I want to do, I'm building up. I started with 3 grams. I want to get myself up to 7. I'm aiming for a 10, but I haven't got there yet. Okay. 7. Okay, it's 7 grams. This does not taste good. This does not taste good. Now, I started out using separate glasses of water, and then I'm just doing all of the ugly tasting stuff first in 1 glass and getting it down. So I'm stirring it well. I'm going to take it. Somehow I don't see how I can show in that camera. Tom says I'm showing, but here we go. Oh, I need to get some more water. I should have had that over here. Okay, then I want to show you the next thing I do when something like this happens to me. And by the way, I didn't have to go to the doctor because what I'm doing worked. I started juicing. A couple of other times I've really juiced to really get over things. The first time I ever juiced was just cabbage. That's what you see over here. I don't know if it's in the camera, but I juiced cabbage, and I had my esophagus. They had gone down. My esophagus was in terrible condition. I had ulcers, and within 10 days I could tell my ulcers were gone, after I drank the cabbage juice. I drank it 2 to 3 times a day. I did a lot of other things, and the next time they went down, the ulcers were gone. My esophagus, because things rushed down through so fast, needed another 3 months, and so at the end of the next 3 months, everything was fine again. So that was the first time, and then the next time I did it, I did greens, just a whole lot of greens, just thoroughly greens, no carrots, well, I probably did cabbage, but anything that was green, I did. So this time, I'm just doing a variety, and I'm going to turn it on. It does make a little bit of noise, and I'm going to show you what I do and what I have here. I do, oh, and I want to tell you, the first time when I did the cabbage to get rid of my ulcers, I juiced for about 6 months, and I did eat other stuff, but I juiced. And after the cabbage, I started putting in carrots, and I can remember buying 25 pounds of organic carrots at a time, and cases of organic cabbage to do this with. And I remember before this, when we went someplace and I went to get out of the car, lots of times I'd feel stiff and, you know, just hard to get out that first initial step or two. And then I noticed, wow, none of that is happening. I can just get out, no stiffness, none of that. It was gone. And then I continued. I finally had so many carrots down me, I noticed my skin was turning orange like carrots. So anyway, I'm going to start this. I'll show you how, and this is my Champion juicer that's really old because I got it to do the cabbage juice years ago. Okay. And I'm going to put my chard in last because it's the one that's apt to plug it up. Well, I put too much in. Okay. I'm not going to talk because you're not going to hear it anyway. Because it's pretty wet, there's a lot of stuff that still could extract from it. Okay, and it's not good to mix fruit and vegetables, except you can use an apple, and it's better if it's a green apple, which this isn't. And I only put in 1/4 of an apple because I don't want to get it too sweet. But I do like the taste that the apple gives it. And by the way, cabbage juice is not really bad, but it's something that you need to drink up right away. You don't store any extra, because if you do, it's not going to taste good or even be effective. Whatever is in it needs to be drank right away. And this, I find out, is a little harder to get through because of the fiber in it. Well, this is going to be problematic here. I think they even have better juicers than what I have, but this is a very nice juicer. And believe it or not, it's easy to clean. And I'm putting in a piece of ginger. Well, it was about this big, as the tip of my finger. I don't know if you saw it. Ginger is good for inflammation, and so it needs to go in. Okay, I'm just running through the old now. When I get a lot of the liquid out of this, it won't be quite so much coming out. Okay, I think I'm just going to quit. One more time. Okay, I am gonna, I don't want that in my glass. So that's what I've made, and I've got a piece in here. And I don't know about the foam, I just sort of stir it up. Oh, get it on me. But that's what I made, and that's what I'm going to drink, and that has got me well. Or is still getting me well. But I feel much better. Actually, the pain was so great that I had that I could only lay one way in bed, and that only lasted a short while. And so I know I'm much better. And I'm on the road again, and what I think, when I did the polenta, I read about grain since then, and different things, and inflammation, because it was an inflammation problem, I'm sure, that your whole grains and your cracked grains should be okay, but the flour, grains that are turned into flours, can cause inflammation. And so I think that the corn, because it was ground so fine, is the culprit that maybe stopped things from my gut health from being good. But I want to go back. I'm going to be the guinea pig. I need to see what caused it and then eliminate that from my diet. So that's what I plan to do. So cheers to good health. I'm going to let you go and drink my juice. So I just wanted to share with you what I do for my health. And it might work for you.